Welcome back to The Human and Machine. Today we're back with another episode, this time with a founder who's looking to disrupt the e-commerce space for Web3. This is going to be important. Stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome to The Human and Machine. Today we're back with another interview episode with a founder who's disrupting the e-commerce space for Web3. So today we're speaking with Rata from Della. So to start, Rata, can you start with an introduction of your background and experience?
Well, I am Rata. I am a lawyer and I have over a decade of experience about the law. Mostly I just have experience at the criminal law, blockchain. In the recent years, I just studied about the investigations and the blockchain law related stuff. And I am also investing into Bitcoin and the relative altcoins since 2015. And I think I became much more professional by 2018 in the first bear market I was involved. In that time, I just made many successful investments. I just became angel investor, early investor. By 2019, I just selected as a market maker because I just created a huge volume at Binance Futures. So I just collaborating with them. And during 2020 and 2021, I just mostly spent time to develop Della and just took lesser trade, but still I am trading and investing, and in the same time I'm building.
And you mentioned you have a criminal background, more or less unique, right, for blockchain entrepreneurs.
I have a PhD education at criminal law, so it just allowed me to combine my technical law expertise with the blockchain, because blockchain there is a lot of fraud and scammers, and it is much easier for me to identify the intention of the people. So are they try to scam, are they try to hack, are they try to do something illegal, or are they legit people or doing something legitimate? So the things I learned the traditional law, the criminal law, it just really helped me a lot to create a safer ecosystem for myself at the blockchain.
Moving on to Della itself, right, your project. Let's first do this, right? Can you describe it, let's say, in 3 words or less? What is Della to you?
Della is on-chain marketplace with a double-layered escrow system to protect users, to protect buyers. It is a fully on-chain market for e-commerce.
Well, escrow, this is basically when there's a third party, let's say, to, confirm or make sure that when services are being bought and sold, right, it's actually going through as promised. Then why do we need to bring it to the blockchain? Why can't we just continue with the Amazon model?
First of all, at the blockchain, blockchain is actually a network system, and that network system explained at Bitcoin white paper in 2009. When the Satoshi wrote that white paper, he just said his main intention is to protect sellers, and he say the current system at traditional finance is rewarding buyers and protecting buyers, but not sellers. So he just eliminating the third party to protect sellers. What we see during that 10 years, 12 years, 13 years is sellers are overprotected at blockchain, and the buyers are turning into victim, more victim, more fraud, more scamming. And Satoshi recommended a solution to protect buyers at Bitcoin white paper at page 1. He said the usual escrow systems can protect buyers, and I will protect with the blockchain the sellers. But during the 13 year, if you look behind till very that day, we clearly see that no escrow system was efficient to protect buyers. It is the reason why we're trying something to build on blockchain to protect buyers, as well as in the same level of the sellers get the protection.
So it's almost like you're bringing this, trust and verification element from the original Bitcoin vision into e-commerce.
Yes.
Can you kind of give an example of how would it work? So let's just say I am the seller, right? And I see Dell as a place to, sell my goods. Then what's like the journey for me?
Let me explain you. The traditional escrow systems right now at the blockchain works like that. I am a trusted third party and you are a seller, and you will sell your services or your goods to a person. Let's say Alice. To sell Alice, what we do is Alice send her funds to me and I just keep it at my wallet. But it is very inefficient because I am as a human and a person. First, I can use the funds. Second, I can steal. Third, I can fraud and scam you. 5, I can die, You are a seller and you just interacting with a smart contract. After you create an NFT, you are listing it at Della Marketplace, and a seller, a buyer, or a retail is coming to Della Marketplace, and he check your NFTs, and if he is interested to buy, he just buy it. The moment the retail or buyer bought your NFT, we just take buyer's fund to our escrow smart contract. In that moment, the buyer don't have control over his funds, and you don't have control over the buyer's funds. Funds are safe and inside the smart contract we just keeping. After you done the work, right? After you complete the work and you deliver the good, or you just finish the service you are willing to give, so you just press the confirmation, and if the buyer is satisfaction, if buyer consider work is done, the buyer also give confirmation, and the smart contract automatically sending funds to seller to you on the blockchain, fully autonomous system. And let's say buyer wanted to buy but later changed his mind and spoke with you, and you both party agreed to not proceed for further. So you both have giving a confirmation to cancel, then the funds has been sent back to buyer, and the NFT is sent back to seller. If a dispute happened between buyer and seller, so then as a Della team, we just take a spot and we list the parties and deciding which party is right, which side is try to scam other side, or is there any misunderstanding, or how we can resolve that dispute.
Yeah, this dispute part's very important for any e-commerce or escrow. Is this going to be decentralized in any way?
Yes, it will be in decentralized. We will offer parties to solve problem privately by the Della team, like how the Amazon does or eBay does, or we will say, just let's bring it to public and let's bring it onto juror, before juror, and we will leave some recommendation. If they trust the power of community, the community will decide which party is right, which party have fault, and we will proceed upon the decision of the jurors, which it can be anyone who participate in a DAO.
Okay, so now there's a meaning and purpose behind a DAO for Della. And then when it comes to being a e-commerce platform, that in itself is quite ambitious. There's so many categories. So what's like Della's overall vision on what kind of goods or services it wants to facilitate?
Our main goal is in first regrouping DeFi services and the goods have been sold on DeFi marketplaces earlier, like OpenBazaar. So we just want DeFi services has been sold and listed on truly decentralized dApps. Our motivation to migrate DeFi service provider, DeFi retail from Fiverr to Della, from Upwork to Della.
And then how do you make sure that you can filter out, let's say, the bad quality products or even like scams, right? Especially in DeFi because it's so new.
We have some partner, and our partners are we are working on the wallets that wallets have some illegal funds or criminal activity at the background. So we are making some analysis, and we will bring it to our analysis during the escrow. And if we figure it out, wallets has involved some criminal activity earlier, we will let other party know that the funds are not safe and illegal, and we will try to cancel deal from the escrow side. But what we are thinking at the start is we are giving some services people we trust and the people we partner. I will kindly invite them to Della and deliver their services at Della, and they will put a tick to their username, and people know that people are verified by their quality at Della team. And when they will have dispute with that parties, we know the backgrounds of that team, but there will be some unknown parties will be coming very first time at the Della, and there won't be any risk because the funds at the escrow, and if the delivery won't satisfy the buyers, so we will cancel the deal.
It seems like kind of like thinking from a Web3 perspective, a decentralized ID would be very useful for Della. Like maybe this can record like the on-chain transaction history of a seller or buyer, and that in itself, right, would say a lot about a person's profile. When it comes to the actual payment itself, I think it's pretty clear that crypto will be accepted, but can you kind of tell us more about what payment modes will be available?
We already have a version 1 on a testnet in Rinkable testnet at our demo, and it is fully down product. We just worked on a product that we will use native stable token. Either we will deploy on our subnet or we will deploy to AVAX, Luna, multiple mutual subnet. But our talks with our partners and the contribution recommended us to deploy the project on the C chain. So we just decided to continue on the C chain, and we had to switch to version 2 for now, which means we will use USDC as a payment token and we will use AVAX as a gas token. So people need to keep some AVAX in their wallets to make confirmation, buying and selling and NFT generating at Della Marketplace. We are right now thinking to use USDC, and it is USDC also is recommended from the Ava Labs to us. They just said use USDC. So if I believe the people, if they use the stable token choices, what we use at Della will be their benefit, because we are following relative events and things going on in the stable token marketplace, right? And we are planning to deliver the most suitable solution for the buyers and the sellers.
So looking into the future, do you think, right, Della will one day become like the Web3 version of Fiverr or Upwork?
I believe Della may pass and surpass Fiverr and Upwork, because for our plan, Della will go beyond not only e-commerce solution for online services, but it will go to traditional solutions. Like we just want people to be able to buy their markets, supermarket buyings. We just want people use Della at bookstores. People don't have to use credit card, debit card, or cash. Instead of them, we just want people keep their entire savings at blockchain, and if they need to spend cash, they should spend cash through Della Marketplace. If they need to buy a book, like 5 years later maybe, they should go the name of that bookstore, in the city. They just should check the NFTs, and from that NFTs they should see exclusively that book, and they should buy from our system at the escrow. The seller should see and confirm it from our system. It is our idea. So we just want to go far beyond the level of the Fiverr or Upwork can't reach any moment.
And as I'm listening to this, like you almost make it sound like that should be the standard, but it just isn't now. Rather than, this is the next thing. Yeah, and perspective matters, in a way. So, wrapping this up, right? Rata, would you be able to give like a key takeaway to the human machine community, and of course the millions of people, that will eventually get into Web3?
We have one interesting feature I just want to add to takeaway. If people buy something on Della or some services or goods, we will reward them with the Della token. So we will be rewarding the buyers. In the meanwhile, we will take some commission from every sale and we will buy back the token. By this way, we will have a buy pressure and the inflation on the Della. So if everything goes well, just as we imagine in a couple of years, I think it will be a profitable project and a profitable takeout for everyone.
Okay, great, Rata. Yeah, a very info-packed interview. Thank you for being on the show, and we hope to have you back again in the near future.
Thank you for giving that chance to meet with the Humans and Machine community. It is a great pleasure to work with you because I really respect you guys.
Let's just focus on our vision and keep building, keep creating. Okay, thank you, Rata. See you next time. So out of all the interviews we've done, I think this is the first time where we had a top Binance trader, who's also very well vested in a criminal background and is now building a marketplace. So it's a very interesting conversation. I think this guy had a lot of information and we just didn't have enough time to go over everything. But yeah, comment down below, what do you think of Della? What do you think of Rata, right? Do you think that they'll be the next pioneer for Web3 e-commerce? We'd like to know. So that's it for the Human Machine, guys. See you next time.
Guys, for the latest news and updates,
be sure to follow our social media, including Twitter, Facebook, Telegram groups, and TikTok.
there you go. Follow us.
Links down below.